Hi guys, this is Letty. As promised, this is my video. I'll be talking about my journey to becoming a Star Wars fan. So I'm gonna make it real short. This is not gonna be a long movie. I'm gonna try to cram about 9 Star Wars movies into one, just to kind of explain to you how it started, and then the highlights from different ones, because there's something in all the Star Wars movies that is inspirational and moving and inspiring. So it's hard for me to say just one single one out. So um, anyway, the first movie that I saw, and I just said I'd go for it and take a chance. I really had never been interested in the Star Wars franchise, up until a couple years ago, was Force Awakens. So whenever, I don't even remember what year that was. So I saw that movie and I was just totally blown away. I could not believe how good this movie was. It was well acted, good action, and it had a great story. So I was like, those three things to make a great action movie need to be in place. I don't like dumb action movies. I don't like movies where it's just all this blowing up and there's nothing significant going on. So I saw that movie. I went and bought it. I was just so moved. I have to have this. So I bought it full price too. I didn't wait for it to be on sale. So I went and bought it, and then I was I started watching. I spent a few days and I started watching. I went all the way back to the very first one, and I went and I watched all the Star Wars movies from New Hope all the way to, and Rogue One hadn't come out yet. So Rogue One was after Force Awakens, I believe. But I saw that too. The only one I haven't seen was the Clone Wars, the animated movie, but a series or whatever. I haven't gotten to that yet. I'll get to that eventually. But what I'm gonna do is just bring up highlights from each movie that I liked. So instead of just focusing on one or two movies, New Hope. We see it's the beginning of the whole Star Wars saga, if you will. Um, it's also the beginning of seeing Luke become, he's evolving, he's becoming a man, he's growing into his purpose. He knows there's something more for him than just working with his uncle, um, with whatever business they're working. It's sort of like almost, it's like it reminds me sort of like a farm boy type of thing, although it's not necessarily. That's a little bit more high tech, because some of the language I just don't know what they're talking about. So his uncle seems to want to hold him back a little bit. I don't know if it's just being overprotective, trying to protect Luke from what could possibly be out there, which we learn, we learn along with him. He finds out, you know, where he's come from, and that's in later movies, as most of you guys know. Also, um, there are spoilers. I should have said that at the beginning of this video. I'm going to be talking about details from the movies, so, if you haven't seen them, I'm just wanting you to check these movies out. But most people probably have already seen these movies, but I'm just letting you know, because I was one that hadn't seen nothing. So, um, you get to see this character grow before you, and he grows more into what his true purpose is, and that's for him to learn the ways of the Force, join the rebellion, help them fight um, um, the Empire, so to speak. So we get to see this evolution, and it's exciting to see that. I said there's one scene in particular in New Hope that is just so powerful, but it's subtle, but it's powerful. So there's a scene where he's just spoke with his uncle about he wants to leave, he wants to go out and explore new things, and it's going to require him to leave, and his uncle saying, no, 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 no. Wait till next season, and I need you around here. I need help. I don't have enough help around here. I need you. I need you. So, and he's just so frustrated because he's ready to leave the his aunt and uncle's house. He's ready to start his life. So he walks out of the house and he kicks some rocks. This is like toward the probably more the middle, maybe the early to middle part. Now he kicks these rocks to show, and then he looks at let me not get ahead of myself. He kicks the rocks, and then he goes and he looks at the two sunsets, the two suns this planet. So that was powerful to me because him kicking the rocks represented to me that immature side of him. Him looking at the sun was the possibilities. It's like, he's just looking and just trying to find his way. And that's the way I took that scene. Like, this is what he's trying. He's trying to find out where he belongs in the world. So, it was deep. It was deep. So, me go to, I'm gonna jump to the three Vader movies, his history, jumping over Empire and Return of the Jedi, but I just want to bring up something. The Darth Vader series movies started with Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and then Return of Revenge of the Sith. Those were good movies, very well acted movies. I do agree with a lot of people about the romantic dialogue. It's a little not. It's not too contrived. It should have been more natural. But other than that, him becoming Darth Vader, that acting, Revenge of the Sith, that had me in tears. I don't know about anybody else, but I was really emotional. The end of that movie is just, oh gosh, like it's so sad. It's like a soap opera. I'm telling you. I mean, I couldn't believe I was watching. I was like, wow. And it really explains his rage. His life basically was taken from him. He couldn't love this woman he loved dearly. He was worried about her dying all the time. His mom had died, and he just had lost so much. He never seemed to have had a father. And the one person, that he loved, as much as Padme is brutally killed. And it sparked such a rage in him. And then he became a killer. He crossed the line, and you actually felt the emotion. You saw it, and it was deep. And it kind of shed some light on Darth Vader becoming who he is, in the latter movies, and why he's so enraged. His life basically was taken from him. He had potentially, a family. He almost had a family. He had a wife and he had a family, and he wasn't allowed to do this and that. And I really believe in that series that the Jedi Council really didn't support him enough. They didn't want him to grow. They kind of kept him stagnant, just like Luke was kept stagnant with. Now maybe I'm reading too much in this, but this is my interpretation. The Jedi Council wanted to keep him in this little box. Like he felt like he was destined to do more and to be a more powerful person and this bigger purpose than what they were currently trying to keep him, and which I thought was unfair. So it's almost like they almost, it's no wonder, the emperor was able to manipulate him, and that whole thing with him manipulating him and telling him he can keep people alive and he knows how to. Oh my God, those scenes are Oscar worthy. I'm telling you, you really got to see the manipulation of the emperor with Anakin and him becoming Darth Vader. I thought that the last movie was the best. Revenge of the Sith was definitely the best. Phantom Menace was slow at times, but it was still good. It still has some good. There's some good qualities there because you still got a little background. You got to see, how he just when he first laid eyes on Padme, he just was just, you know, in love with this woman. And you could see that, and that just goes on from there. And then, you know, Revenge of the Sith is more of their courting, you know, and then it's deep. The court Senate stuff. I was trying to follow all that, you know, I was hanging on. It's just a little bit difficult at times, but you know, I got the gist of it. So, you know, I thought that was just excellent. And you know, Empire Strikes Back is one of those movies. I'm jumping all around now, guys. I'm gonna close in a few minutes, but Empire Strikes Back is probably my favorite movie. There's so many messages. There's so many interesting characters. I love the introduction of Yoda, wise, or should I say wisecracking. He's a funny little, you know, he's funny and sarcastic, but I love that about him. Him meeting his father, him learning that that's his father. I mean, ooh, this is some deep stuff. You know, I said, you know, it's one of those moments like, oh, he knows this is dad, you know. So, yeah, but Empire Strikes Back, should I say double cross? This is oof. There's some real backstabbing stuff up in here. You know, I'm like, oh, okay. You don't know who to trust. So, it's deep. I think the movie I like the least, but still, like, I don't hate it, is Return of the Jedi. It's just too much. It's just too much kind of cartoony kind of stuff going on. It's a good movie, and there's some good revelations there because he gets to bond with his dad. You know, he gets to have that relationship, and then Darth Vader gets to have that relationship with his son, even if it's just for a short time. It's a touching scene. It's a powerful scene, and they bond, and you know, it's pretty deep, and the end is wonderful. This movie, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but if you've seen the movie, the end where the completion of prophecy happens, and you know, we get to share that, and there's a celebration, and it's a wonderful moment. It's a wonderful moment. Well, anyway, that's about it. I just tried to jump around, not make this video too long, but I love Star Wars. You guys comment, share your stories or your experiences with Star Wars. What did you think? Did you like? Was it one particular movie you liked? Was it one particular scene you liked? What character stands out? Oh, wait a minute. Before I forget, the ending of Rogue One. I have got to mention this. I know we all know the ending. Oh my gosh, you talking about rooting for the bad guy. I mean, I was hoping he'd kill more people. It's like a person that loves the good guy. That Darth Vader. What is it? I mean, you going and seeing it's a dark thing, and then you hear the breathing, and then you see that red lightsaber light up, and then he just starts to go to work. I was just floored. Now, Rogue One was not. It's an okay movie, but boy, they made up for it in the end. Yeah, that was great. That ending was awesome. But anyway, leave a comment down in the description box. Not description. Leave a comment in the comment section about what your favorite Star Wars movie is, your experiences, and that's about it. And please subscribe and give us a like if you like the content of this channel. And anyway, I'll be back with another video real soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.